Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, Ptah Shakur. We are back for another Manifestation Monday. Hoping everybody is enjoying their, here we go, doing a little mic check, make sure everything is good here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I promise that this will be a very, very wonderful program, sharing quite a bit of knowledge. I'm going to be going into my Ptah mailbag in a little bit. But for this particular moment in time, I'm asking everybody that actually can go ahead and get acclimated, grab a snack, grab a pen or pad, something to write some information down. Of course, this is a live call-in show like always. So if any type of questions or comments, please go ahead and log on there. Share this with individuals that you love. I'm going to take my time right now for the next about 60 seconds or so. Make sure I share this out and make sure individuals get back to me with a little mic check so I can make sure that I be heard. Boom, here I go right here. A little sound check. Oh, yep, that's me. So go ahead and share this out to my super friends here. So today, I believe what the date is January. Let me see what we got here. January 29th. Woo! This 2024 is coming in. I do want to share a little bit about some news items that just really kind of popped up. And I'm so super excited right now, so I'll make sure to do my due diligence. Send this out. Shout out to Peace Elohim, Sharif Hamed. Stay tuned for the Hour of Power. It's coming up on the same very program here, which this channel here, shall I say, on Wednesday. Share this on out. Make sure it gets to the individuals that I've been meeting quite a bit of individuals over the last week or so. Got tremendous support for the channel. Appreciate you. We're up on we're not at, I said last week that we was at 100 subscribers. We're not there yet. I believe we're at 98, but best believe whoever that 100 subscriber is, we'll give you a good little shout out. There, I think I shared it. So if you want to make a comment, this is a reminder that this particular program is coming live here from the White Rose Community Television Studios, broadcasting to the York, Pennsylvania viewership area, and then also it's going out streamed on Facebook, and then it will be shown on the Ptah Shakur YouTube channel. So feel free, Ptah Shakur, go to YouTube. Content that I go into, I go into my little intro, let you know a little bit about me. So like I said, if you want to have a comment, I'll try to check the comment section below, but it'd be best to go ahead and call in. There's a number on the bottom of that screen there, 717-846-5067. So with that, it's an hour-long program, so I'm just going to kind of dive right in. And I begin with a little affirmation that you know a little bit about myself. For those who don't know what affirmations are, anytime you say I am, anytime you place the words behind I am, that is what you bring into your existence, shall I say. I've been spending quite a bit of my life sharing the bits of information, being an educator that I am, particularly for youth, and to find this to be very, very impactful. To start your day with a victory. Make sure you make your bed. I always tell them, make your bed, so you can start with a positive victories. I'll make sure my music isn't too loud in there. But anyways, I, Ptah Shakur, I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. I'm in the upper room. God is, God is, God is. I, Ptah Shakur, I pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one, including starting with myself. I am love. I choose to vibrate at the highest level possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Behold, I make all things new. That's the affirmation. If you want to steal that, you can go ahead and use that as well and actually embody the energy and the power of that words. I might go into a brief understanding of those different lines of that affirmation. However, I am the omnipresent, all-powerful, protecting intelligence governing this here mind-body complex. I am invincible. I'm the presence of divine harmony. I am always connected to the frequency and the heart of God. And I now bring forth solutions to change myself and the world. I am a majestic power of pure love that transcends every human concept. I am limitless. I am the open door with no man can shut. I am the mighty presence of source and action. In short, I'm your brother, Even shorter, I'm you. Warning, got to get this disclaimer out there. The information that you hear may be upsetting, it may be troubling, it may excite you. It may trigger a lot of different thoughts and belief systems that at this particular time that we may look to kind of edit and bring different belief systems that are more serving to ourselves and the betterment of ourselves at this particular time. I apologize, those particular words, it may come off very, very egotistical or boastful in a particular way, but I just want to make sure I get this information out so people can understand why is it that I need to, at least not need, I won't say need, why I would imagine this information that is being expressed should be given a little bit of a ear. Put it in the back of your mind. Some of this information that's coming across is a little bit of, I wouldn't say ahead of time. It's extremely timely. However, for those that are living in this trance that we are been casted upon us, it may seem kind of a new age or maybe far-fetched. But I promise you, this information is being presented is scientifically backed, peer-reviewed science. That's pretty much. Let me go into my little intro here and let you know about myself. So, I am a catalyst for change. I am a role model, youth advocate, transformational life coach, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I am a rebel, here to uninstall cowardlessness. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are orchestrated by the elites who seek control of you and I, and their end game is near. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation for anyone who is seeking to understand the current cosmic changes that is pulsing through every animate and inanimate being at this time. I'm a dangerous man to those elites and their shadow government that's been corrupting the world since the 1950s, and for anyone who is willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement. For those that identify as feminine, we need your vision, we need your energy to help correct the ills that we are experiencing in this society based off of the imbalance in creation. For those who identify as masculine, I'm asking you all to join me with this mindset. We would rather die like a man rather than live like a coward. And I'm asking everybody to do what you can to help the human family move into this love light frequency that we are moving into right now. For all my 98, I believe, took my glasses off, can't see too well. YouTube subscribers, remember you are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity. You are a beautiful, powerful, love light, divine, children of the most divine grid program. And I'm going to go into that. That is something that I just got recently on my Ptah's mailbag. I might not get to it today about the different types of souls and what it is to be a star seed. And I'll get into some of that a little bit later on. So to all my hooded youth, Ptah Shakur loves you. Those that are in my circle, those that are or showing that love. It means nothing to have the love if you're not willing to go the extra mile and to reach these youth. Because we believe that the youth that are walking the planet right now are the most advanced souls in creation. Some of the oldest souls in creation that choose to reincarnate at this particular key junction in time to help bring about this new earth. Like I said, it's a new world order. Go ahead, if you don't know anything about that, check the back of the dollar bill. It says Novus Ordo Seculum. That's New World Order. This is a plan that's been put into motion. I'm going to mention a little bit about that in a little bit. There's a little sleight of hand going on right now. So this opportunity to either move into this new earth, which was shared into the scriptures about, look, behold, I look and I seen a new heaven and new earth, because the old earth is former and passed away. So this opportunity is a great split. This is the great and dreadful day of the Lord. It's great if you know what's going on. It's quite dreadful if you don't. So this program is about bringing some of that information to the masses so you can make an educated decision of what part of that humanity you want to reside on. However, to all my star seeds, you know where you're at out there. I see you with your crystal jewelry on. I see you just taking stuff to a whole new level. I see you representing your weirdness, representing your pure genuine. Understand this for all my star seeds. All my star seeds, all my wonder, all my indigo children, understand this, that the opposite of success is not failure. I tell people all the time that failure is actually a part of success. There's an instrument of victory in every seemingly failure that you can use. So the question is, so what is the opposite of success? The opposite of success is conformity. To take that God-given spark that is perfectly placed inside of you and to actually formulate that and manipulate and try to emulate another individual and take on that energy, that is the opposite of success. Be yourself, be bold, be daring. Let's go. So, to all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, angelic souls, we are the new founding fathers of this creation. I'm asking everybody out there, if you can hear the sound of my voice, let's unite. Firstly, we got to get that love for self, get it all together. If you got to meditate, if you got to spend some time and actually get to know yourself. We all have flaws. We all have things that we need to work on. But when you forgive somebody outside of you, who receives the benefit? That's right, you do. So forgive those outside of you. You understand that they're just a reflection of you. And of course, forgive yourself. Show yourself a little love. And when you get a little of that love, I'm asking you to cast a small portion of that love to your physical, just a little bit, to your physical flesh inhabitants that are operating here on this earth, masquerading around in physical flesh, knowing darn well they're your reflection in disguise. So let's all make sure we treat each other right, regardless to what ethnicity or anything of that nature. So I would never kill myself. I would never hurt myself. I'm a love-like being that sees everyone just like me. And I happily married, family man about the community. So we're going to go into some truth, but I got to get that out of the way. Yeah, I would never hurt myself. Just, I get to that point. So anyways, like I said, that's the whole purpose of what I am here to do. So I can kind of get all that stuff out of the way. Now, it's the purpose of this program here. This is Ptah Shakur Speaks. Like I said earlier on, I actually wanted to see a particular program like this. So there's individuals on YouTube. Shout out to Billy Carson. Shout out to 19 Keys and other individuals out there. Ralph Smart, David Wilcox, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I can go on and on, expressing these individuals that are chosen to go on YouTube. Even though some of the information and the content maybe seem kind of weird or kind of interesting, they come out with it nonetheless with that truth of that light and that love. So moving into it, got my little little board here to kind of go into. So go into real quick about the past show. Last show that we did, because I get in Ptah's mailbag all the time, like, how do I meditate? You don't need a special rug. You don't need a special, we're going to go into things that help at the very end, that help clear the space that you're in. Woo! Clearing the space that you're in will help an individual ease their mind, so you will have less distractions from your mind. Distraction, what am I talking about? I'm talking about particularly a distraction that is built inside of your own being. Oh, yes, you that are sitting there listening at your home, you are more powerful than you would even imagine. You're not a drop of the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop. You're a beautiful, powerful, interdimensional being. Yes, you. The higher portion of yourself, the divine spark that's in you, of course. You may not readily know this information, because when we come to this physical plane, this third dimensional matrix, we forget everything. We don't come with a manual. We just have to take the information that we get from our caregivers, the ones that introduce us into this world, and we take that information and we do the best that we can to integrate that, to be to matriculate in this realm. So the purpose of learning, this is a learning experience. The only problem with that is, and I know we said this in my intro, and I apologize to youth out there. I apologize to the youth out there. My generation has dropped the ball. The generation before us has dropped the ball, but the buck stops here. This is the time that was written about all the scriptures and all the scrolls that spoke about the return of the Mahdi, that spoke about this great new world that's coming in. And so, the idea is that sometimes you got to understand your body, that with yourself, having your spirit and your body would actually put you at odds. So I commend anybody who actually was on the last program that did the breathing meditation. I'm going to share with this real briefly because I got other things to move into. But to calm yourself down, to get in contact with the God divine within, it's a simple process. I'm spitting in my hands. That means I'm about to get into some real good stuff. Soon there will be a curriculum available to kind of lead individuals into this. Like I said, I'm a transformational life coach. That's one of the things that this program is eventually going to evolve more into. So what did I cover? I covered it and I shared the idea that when you close your eyes, you immediately shut your world off from so much information that we're just inundated with. You got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got all this information, And even YouTube, they got YouTube Shorts now. So you could be stuck up on YouTube. No, you're supposed to be getting ready to go to work. You can find yourself just being caught up, just being distracted by all this physical stimulus that is causing our physical bodies to operate in a less than harmonious way. So this is what you do. You close your eyes and you say, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do nothing. So immediately you're going to get a little fight from your body. Like, what do you mean you're going to do nothing? We're just used to doing stuff. We're hopped up on all these different pharmaceuticals and these different things. Sugar is in everything. So our physical body that we're supposed to work seamlessly with, some yin and yang as far as your mind and body is supposed to work seamlessly, but we find ourselves at odds. How do we do that? We find ourselves at odds when it comes time to just have just single point focus. And if anybody has been working with you, shout out to anybody that's out there in my any teachers, after school directors, janitors, all those that are on the front line as far as to help our youth understand themselves through the curriculum that we're given. And sometimes a curriculum that is in need of change. But shout out to everybody that is actually doing that particular part. But to understand, when you get a group of young people down, and just to have them just close their eyes and just meditate for 30 seconds, it's incredibly difficult. You can have adults. Yes, you at home right now. I challenge you. And this is a challenge that is free. And it's a challenge that you, at the very end, you will experience pleasure of understanding yourself and the peace of mind. That's something that is missing. We got a lot of things going on in the world. You have a lot of technologies. You can do so much. But where's the peace of mind? And hence, where is our connection with the divine? That's something to really keep an eye on. So when you close your eyes, you imagine just the visualization part, which I'll get to in a moment, by breathing first. Understanding that our breathing capacity and our thinking capacity are hand in hand. And believe me, hear me now, believe me later. The enemy of truth knows this. So what they can do, the enemy of truth, to broadcast a lot of fear in the media and being on a constant fear state, constantly rat race. I was at a place the other day and there was two ladies talking. She said, I got 2 jobs, I got 3 jobs. So they're being constantly overworked, got you outside your house, you're not bonding with your family, you're not bonding with your children, you're not giving them what they need. All of this part of the rat race. So how do you stop it? By unplugging. Bloop. Unplug from the matrix. The simplest way, and you will experience the rewards almost immediately. But you got to realize that you got to fight. The enemy is that he that is in me. The enemy is built within you. So when you get down to this point, you close your eyes and immediately imagine nothing but darkness, blackness. After you do your breathing, excuse me. So you breathe into the count of 4. Hold to the count of 4. Breathe out to the count of 8. You don't have to do it right now. I don't want anybody falling asleep. You got to listen to what I'm sharing. So you do that. Breathe into the count of 4. Hold to the count of 4. Breathe out to the count of 8. Just do that 10 times and you'll feel, sometimes you'll feel your body just readjust. Like, ooh, you done shook something up off of you. Or you'll feel like a tremendous peace. It might just be a slight peace at first, but it's enough peace to get you through the day. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Those who just got off of work, what is it, like 8:30 right now? Going on 8:30. You was at work, you was on your feet all day, then you come home, your children's saying, what's for dinner? So you immediately go into that motion, produce your food and things of that nature. Where is your peace of mind? Where is it? So when you do that, breathing, then you'll find that you can deal with people a little bit better. When that individual that comes, yes, that individual that's yelling at you, the one that you just can't stand, the one that you tell your husband or your wife about, yes, that person is a reflection of you. Hence, that person is in your life for some particular reason. There is no accidents in creation, y'all. Listen up. So this individual that's always seems to get on your nerves and just knows what buttons to push. Really start to analyze. And I hope everybody can hear my music back there. This is a frequency to clear. If you want to clear your home, when you unwind, you come at home, and we're going to get into the clearing space in a little bit. I got some really, really good stuff for you. But to find that peace of mind, slow your body down, and these clearing ideas will help enhance that as well. I promise you, you'll find a way to get in contact with the peace that's inside of you. And then with your interactions, you can just see stuff coming like like in the Matrix or like Spider-Man. Everything just be moving slowly. You say, okay, this person's coming up to you. You do a deep breath, do a woosah. Like, oh, what is this person trying to bring? Because you never want to do things in anger. Don't ever do anything while you're angry. Because some of this thing is called karma. Whatever you put out is what you get back. So whether you're having a great rest of your day and everything's going peacefully, everything's going kosher, and then somebody does something to you and then you kind of spaz off and you do something, you might find yourself in a cell. You might find yourself in a very horrible situation. So the ability to take a deep breath, relax, look at that individual as expressing yourself. I know it's hard. And some of y'all that got your families in your house, but let's believe that your families are some of the ones that had agreed to incarnate and travel down here with you. And just to test you and get on your last nerve. However, how do you transpose that? How do you transform that energy? You do that with knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence. So I'm not going to spend all day on that one. Just want to make sure this one 821. Moving down the list right here. So that, like I said, go back to the other program that I did if you want to actually see in its entirety. That's like level 1. And then once you get that breathing in, once you start to relax and everything, then you can do the meditations that I was sharing as far as either imagining the white light coming down through your different chakra points. Matter of fact, let me put that screen up right here so in case somebody don't remember what the different chakra points is. Boom. There we go. So you got your different chakra centers. Just focus the light there. Please let me know. I know that's that's a really deep process, and we can go deeper as we go. So before I move on anywhere further on, this is the message that I believe is for our youth. It's very, very important that we respect our youth. Respect these ancient souls that are chosen to incarnate at this particular time. Believe it or not, 2024 going on up. I ain't gonna put no time frames and things, but this is a ride, y'all. So you really got to decide on what side you're gonna stand on. But prime importance, the youth came here to change things. So we must focus on the youth. We must teach our youth how to budget and use time, and above all, teach the truth that time is the greatest asset available and the cheapest. We teach the youth that the basic motives that which all people are influenced, and show them how to use these motives in acquiring the necessities and luxury of life. Those motives that I'm speaking about is those laws and principles of creation. There are laws in which govern action and motion on this particular planet. But let's best believe the 1%, these elitists that I mentioned, they know about these particular processes. Some of them real briefly is a horoscope. Utilizing that information. They have a saying that millionaires don't believe in horoscope, but billionaires do. These are the type of information that was always given to kings and queens that always led them a step ahead when it leads to battle or different type of acquiring of different lands. Best believe the king and all his kingdomship with his wonderful crown and all that, he had someone in the lower realms of the basement. He had a seer, he had a soothsayer. In most movies, they call it a woman that's like a witch. She's in there barefoot in the basement with a big pot with some frogs and things in it. Best believe, what are they really saying? What they're saying is that the king always had a feminine energy that was nearby, that was the conduit that allowed information to, he gave an ear to that particular woman. Another woman was castigated and actually put aside as second-class citizen. The king knew exactly where he got his information. So, just moving on. So, we need to teach the children what to eat, how much to eat, and what is the relationship between proper eating and sound health. We must teach the children the true nature and function of the emotion of sex, and above all, teach them that it can be transmuted into a driving force capable of lifting one to great heights and achievements. We'll get into that later on. This is going on the same line of what I'm speaking about. Visualization. You have superpower. Yes, you. Now, I'm going to do it like this. I don't want to point and send energy out there. You at home, I can hear the sound of my voice. You have the ability to manifest into your life what it is, anything that you want. And believe it or not, you've been doing it the whole entire time. The only thing is how to do it with intentionality. They call this law of attraction, The Secret. You can get a book on it and read that at your own time. This is time for class right here. Pay attention. So, Teach the children to be definite in all things, beginning with the choice of a definite major purpose in life. I tell youth between the ages of 17 to 25, you need to fail early, fail often. You need to have another purpose in life. Oh, I'm going to do this. Running at full speed ahead. And understanding this, that with every perceived failure, you come back, oh, how was you today? Oh, I failed on that. We're not expecting you to master anything. What we're expecting you to do is to have the drive to constantly go out and fail, get on that horse, fall off that horse, get on that horse, fall off that horse, get on that horse, fall off that horse. So we need to teach them the difference between temporary defeat and failure, and show them how to search for the seed of the equivalent advantage that comes with every defeat. Teach children to encourage the use of their sixth sense, through which ideas present themselves in their mind from unknown sources, and how to examine them carefully. What do I mean by that? You need to encourage them to use your sixth sense. This is something that was dropped on me very recently. Is our senses. Do you think that you have sixth sense? Now let's break it down. Let's break the five senses down that we know about. We got hearing, tasting, touch, sight, and hearing. Did I say hearing again? But let's just look at it in this particular way. When you have the using your optics, the sense of sight. I need you to really listen to this. To be able to see, how does the eyeball work? This is how it works. You have particles of light that come and they bounce off particular items, or they come directly into your eye. Those particles of light enter into your lens, and then they get that particular light frequency is actually broken down and transmitted to electrical energy. That means those particles actually touch your eye. Sense of touch. So seeing is a sense of touch, because when it transmits that information through those hairs on the back of your eye, and that you can transform that into your brain, it gives us the perception of the world that we live in. So sight is really touch. So what about hearing? Now look very closely. Inside your ear you have what's called the hammer or the anvil, with sound waves when they go through the air, and the change of the air pressure. What that does is the slightness of that air pressure changing. What it does is actually touch that particular part in your ear. I believe it's called the cochlea. And that actually transmits that touch. It actually touches something else in the form of vibrations. And then that transfers into electrical impulses, which then goes to the brains and gives us that particular perspective. So what about taste? Well, we know that one's touch too. You can't taste nothing you get that don't touch your tongue. So with the touch, that's the simple one. And then of course we're dealing with touch. So out of the 4 out of the 5, they're all touch. Now, what the most scientists and most people will share with you about, you have a sixth sense. Have you ever thought about someone and then immediately they'll call on the phone, or you'll see them? You're like, man, I was just talking about you. Or I was just thinking about you. Or some of you out there, and because we're moving into that real special time where the veil is really, really thin. And I made mention to you before, this is the most powerful time to be alive. This is the return of the Christ consciousness. This is the party time. So a lot of our powers and abilities are being unlocked in us. Powers like being able to foresee what's going to happen. I had someone came up to me at the stand there at the Central Market, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. And she said, I had something and I just knew somebody was going to steal it. I knew it was going to disappear. Then the next day I came and it was gone. She was kicking herself. Some of you all may experience that. If you're also experiencing these particular symptoms, let's understand that you're coming awake. What are those symptoms? Noticing repeating numbers. 111, 1111, 222, 911, 417, 714. Those particular numbers. I noticed them every day. I've been noticing them on the back of money, driver's license plates, addresses, phone numbers. So you'll be noticing more of those abnormalities, or those so-called coincidences. You'll be noticing more and more ringing in your ears, may come from one ear, go to another, seeing orbs or seeing lights on the flash on the side of your eyes, or even having tremendous dreams and visions while you're asleep. That's another way of some of our ancestors or descendants right now are doing their very best to kind of preach us. So just in closing, for the youth, we got to make sure that we do our very best to unlock the greatness that's in our youth. And then moving into real little smart little promo here. We got some wonderful product that I want to kind of bring to everybody's attention, which is sea moss. You see I'm moving around quite smoothly. Got 4 points that I want to get to today. Make sure I don't get lost on any tangents there. It's sea moss. Let me get a little closer so you can see this. This is sea moss. This is orange turmeric ginger. Now, orange turmeric ginger, what does that do? For those who don't know, and you can get this wonderful, tasty orange turmeric ginger, sea moss, elderberry, ginger. Some wonderful assortment of flavors there at Our Sons and Daughters on Central Market there in York, PA. Right off of the Sherman Street exit. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Brought in fresh, cold. So with this particular product, this orange turmeric ginger, what it is, it promotes blood sugar, brain and gut health. It's rich in vitamin C, niacin, magnesium, folate, and much, much more. It helps reduce mucus, allergy relief, reduce inflammation, which is really, really cool. Improve thyroid health, positive effects on heart health, lower blood sugar, healthier skin. Best believe that we really need at this particular time to fill our bodies up with nutrients that help enhance life. I did mention that there's a shift that's taking place. The bad actors have a way, they want to get you in your home, they want to get you with those VR glasses, they want to get you, you can get your little nutrients in a particular pill, and you continue being a energetic slave to this particular societal system. Well, on the other end, if anyone who wants to better themselves, remove certain belief systems that's been installed in us in our very, very infancy, which is the reason why we can't really enact or really even understand what's going on. We're full with confusion and misunderstanding. The foods that we're putting in our body is not enhancing us, all because we were indoctrinated by these different belief systems. But you all that's there, I see you all. I know you all are waking up. I know you're realizing that the societal structure of authority is not where it once was or where it needs to be. You realize that the financial system is not where it's going, where it needs to be, and that it's being deliberately sabotaged at this particular time. Yes, the financial system is being sabotaged. Just check out the Global Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab and the plans that they have to. So they already have plans to shut this financial system down. And then, what are we going to do? And you best believe they have a whole other system already ready for you. But we're not going in that route. So if you're a person that wants to move into this new heaven and this new earth, best believe it's not going that route. It's not going metaverse route. It's going to a more organic route. So get yourself some sea moss. Make sure your body has those nutrients. You understand that the food that we put in, yes, if you go in there and getting that Popeyes, I thought y'all would have learned from they clone Tyrone. I thought some of y'all would learn. Tisk. But understanding that the foods are very, very deficient in these nutrients. That's why we find ourselves constantly feeding it's 3 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock. I need to put something in my body. How about you put something purposeful to your body, like some wonderful sea moss? So moving on. So question that I have for Ptah's mailbag, and like I said, anybody wants to call in, we vibing, y'all. I know after the fact, people call. You can call in. Don't be afraid. I ain't gonna bite your head off. The number's on the bottom: 717-846-5067. So moving to Ptah's mailbag, I had a particular question. And this goes right in line with what I'm speaking about, is how to clear your home. What do I mean by that? Some people, and let me share with you this particular book. This is some recommended reading. I'm going to hold this up. I got things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can't prepare. This is not a joke here. Let me get this just right. So this is a wonderful book called Clearing Spaces that I just recently acquired. Inspirational techniques to how to heal your home. Your home? You know, places you spend most people's work. But if you're not at work, then you're normally at home. And understanding that different things can accumulate in our homes. And what that do is it basically leans or puts like a little burden. Just puts this big old, imagine somebody putting a big shoulder, putting their elbow right in your neck and just leaning on you. for your whole entire existence. So this weight that we feel, a lot of it we're getting energetically in our house. I began to, and like I said, this is Ptah Shakur. If you want to go ahead and go on YouTube, Ptah Shakur on YouTube, or go on Facebook. Oh, I don't even have it up here. Look at me. Oh, that's funny. Just so everybody knows how to spell it, because people. And I'm gonna go into like what is Ptah in a very, very short. Because I say Ptah, people's eyes roll back like, oh, what is Ptah? Let me take that time right now and not get to this particular point. Thank you. Pop that up here. So Ptah Shakur at YouTube. Let me calm down. Go on there and you can see a myriad of videos that I put on there. Particularly go see the video from I started doing like January 2023, which I shared a lot of things that were going to come about, and they certainly did, like the UAPs, the whistleblowing. Oh, we're just getting started, folks. Wait to this particular year, 2024. You want to see quite a bit of changes that's being orchestrated, but I got you. I got you. Trust and believe. If you need information that's going to keep you on the narrow, not falling for that fear-based information that they're actually putting out, I'm going to go ahead and make mention to that right now. What am I talking about? I'm talking about there in, I believe it's in Jordan. Heard in the news that first it was three service members. Three service members, unfortunately, lost their life. I was going to put that little picture up of that Palestinian. Before I leave, I'm going to end with that wonderful visual of the Palestinian and Israel individual coming up. Because we need love and light, y'all. That's what we need to move us forward in this. However, we got people that's driving the wheel, falling asleep at the wheel. What we getting drove into now? So this I'm just going to present this in my news portion. I should have worn my little blazer. News portion. Did you hear in the news that there was three service members have lost their lives in Jordan? And so now there's the talk, the drums of war that's already in full motion. Understand that war is they said war. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? It's good for the economy. Can't say absolutely nothing. So is it good for distraction? Doing the information with some of these findings about the COVID vaccine and some of the things that's going on. It's a good, it's a nice little distraction. I gotta give you that. So I'm asking everybody out there, do your due diligence, check your math, check the sources of your information, check yourself. Make sure you're operating in them. Use this noodle right here. Like I said, this is Ptah Shakur. I'm a researcher, I'm an insider, I'm a channel, I'm a spirit guide. And this information that's coming across that I do present, you best believe I got receipts for it. You best believe that it's got information that's peer-reviewed science that is coming from the highest source. And hence, there's a phone call-in number. Go ahead and call in. Or go to Ptah Shakur Gmail. Put your question in for Ptah's mailbag. And then I'll address it in that particular manner. So just want to mention that little news of the day. Make sure you stay woke, as they say. The way that it's meant to be said. Stay aware. So anyway, so this wonderful book is about how to cleanse your home and get out other energies. Oh, I know what you're saying. Ptah Shakur, what do you mean other energies? There's only energy I know is the energy of the devil and the Holy Ghost. Well, that's fine. There's energy that's out there. You were definitely indoctrinated with some of that. Some of that is incorrect, but I'm here to correct some of those different things. But what is correct is that energy, it always moves. And it's supposed to move. You are a torus field. What does that mean? If you look at an explosion of a nuclear bomb, you see that it starts to turn into a little apple, or so to speak. If it was allowed to exist, it would just keep going and recirculating. Everything in this physical universe is in the form of a torus field. The universe is shaped in a torus field. Yes, you have a torus field. That's why whatever you put out, you get back. I wonder how it gets back. It gets back by coming through you. But that don't make any sense. Of course it does. So when you put that information, or when you put something out into the ether, you put that positive vibe. And for everybody that's out there that's doing your diligent and being a good person, even people that's around you, everybody's disrespecting you, stealing from you, or utilizing or bullying you, that is the path of an awakened master, the path of a healer. Is understand that you got to go through these rigors of life and actually be bullied and being broken to pieces, so to speak, so you can learn how to heal yourself through the advent of your own thinking and mind. And then once you heal yourself, you have the ability to heal others as well. So with that, energy. Everything has energy. Even plants. They have a researcher that plants actually recognize their owners or people that they've been around for a while. Tremendous research is being done that's not made their way into the school books and has not made their way into the Today Show or whatever. But trust me, this information exists out there. So, your home. There's a science that is called feng shui. I'm not even going to bother writing it down. I don't know if you can even see what's on this board right here. Feng shui is I believe it's an Asian, let's just say that. It's an Asian thought process in how to design your home to get the optimum benefit of positive flow of energy. So just imagine, just do a little thought experiment. If you have a room that is shaped with corners, such as the room that I'm sitting in, such as the room that your students and your children are sitting in, those 90-degree angles. If you was to take something like like dryer, you turn a dryer on, and you take the hose of the dryer and you point it into this particular room, and it's gonna cast out bits of dust and lint. It's gonna be accumulating. You go and you come back, you'll notice that it gets stuck in certain areas. Energy, it just accumulates, dirt and dust. That's why it's good to do some spring cleaning before spring cleaning. Make sure you go in there and that energy that can accumulate, it allows a doorway, so to speak, for other things to exist and hence bring in that energy that feels like that person leaning on your neck. So cleanse your house. And here's some of the simplest ways to do. And this goes, like I said, in the Ptah mailbag. They asked me how to sage or smudge your house. Now you can go there to Central Market. I didn't bring any of it today, but I did bring an example of something else. Sage or smudge sticks, these are sticks where you can take and you would actually light the stick, and the smoke kills the bacteria in the air, brings in the positive ions, gets rid of the bad juju, as they say. No, this is not no new age thing. Nobody went into a lab and just started growing sage over the last 100 years or so. So this is a process that the Native Americans use in their purification. I'm sure all the cultures utilize it as well. So with these particular smudge sticks, what you want to do is you want to take the smudge sticks. There's other thing. I'm not going to get into the minute details. However, you light the particular smudge stick. You start at the main entry point of your home. You start at your front door or your side door, wherever your door is, and you walk in a clockwise direction. So you got to know how a clock, not a digital clock. Some of y'all might have lost some of y'all. But the old clock. So you walk in a clockwise manner around your particular home. Some people use your hand to waft the smoke, or you could use a feather. And like again, you don't got to get a little too complicated with this. So you walk around the perimeter of each room, allowing the smoke to flow into the corners, into closets, anywhere energy could be stuck, places that you be fitting around. Oh man, I didn't know that was back there. Yeah, get into those areas right there, because this is where anybody will hide. Just imagine if you have a burglar. Where would the burglar hide in your house? Make sure you do the smoke on that. Make sure to allow the smoke to flow into your corner. Always keep your smudge stick in a bowl, because there's sometimes embers and different things that kind of fall off you. If you got carpet, you don't want to jack your carpet up. Plus, we've been there, done that. So keep it in a bowl and waft the feather around. And then as you move, keep your mindset. Just imagining, like I said, imagination is one of your superpowers. You got sleep, imagination, and your memories. We'll get into some of them a little later on. But your imagination, yes, that ability you had when you was a child, when you picked up a stick and you thought it was a gun, or a pine cone was a hand grenade. Understand that power of creative thought is your divine right. And that's one of the ways that you use to bring into your life what exists. The elitists know this. They're not sharing that. Look at the dollar bill again. I told you about Novus Ordo Selectum. What about that pyramid with the eye and that information? That means the eye means that's the truth. That's all-seeing eye. And so the ones at the top have that information, and they've been then separated for you and I. You think their school system that we go to is where they get their information? That leads to like secret societies and different type of secret schools of thought. They exist out there, folks. This is not any conspiracy. This is a real life going on. So anyway, back to this. So you do a calm yourself. Do your 4-4-8s, and you put yourself in a calming way, and you realize slowly that you have a part to play in cleansing your things. Regardless, you can use that sage, but you got a part to play too. You can cast things upside your house. You got abilities. You know what I'm talking to. So once you go in a full circle around your space, room, or by your house, you can extinguish your sage by simply pressing it to sand or a smudge stick. It's best to extinguish it with water or dirt. No, that's the best way. You don't want to put no water on that. I don't know who did that. So anyways, that's just real briefly with smudge stick. You can also use on Palo Santo. And I'm going to get into some real good quick examples. Like I said, about 20 minutes I got left with you wonderful, beautiful, divine children of the most divine great program emerge. So, another thing to use is Florida water. What is that, Ptah? That's this guy right here. You can also get this at Central Market. This is something that's really, really popular there in Central Market. Central Market. In South America and Puerto Rico, South America and things of that nature. They utilize that. Florida water originally, it became a household item. It became a spiritual cure-all, I don't know what that means, associated with cleansing and blessing due to its inclusion of floral and citrus oils. Many different brands today can be found today, and some practitioners make their own. You use it for personal bathing, sprinkling rituals or rites, in addition to washing of floors or scrubs. So you can pour it into your water, mop your floors. Some people actually sprinkle it on them. They get ready and get dressed, and they'll take a little bit of it and kind of smack it on in a little next thing. What I do is actually put in a little spray bottle. Just like the sage, and come down to Central Market. We have sage spray and Palo Santo spray. Oh, yes, we do. So that's what you can use when you're in your workplace, or going away to dorm rooms or hotels. You can vacuum and clean them all you want. But if the energetic remains that stays in there, that's one of the best things to dissipate and get that energy out. What I mean by that more succinctly, if someone that's in a hotel room and they're yelling and they're screaming, they're doing, there's people out here doing spells and things. Think about that. We're talking about energy now. We're not talking about religion. But what deals with voodoo, when you're dealing with white magic, black magic, you got to, if you want to be aware. Awareness. It's the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Like I said, you can take some of this and throw it in the back of your mind. Half of the individuals that's not vibrating with this, they've been turned the TV off a long, long time ago. However, use it in the spray. What it does, like I said, kill the bacteria in the air. So you use it on your personal aura field. And I did see something on the news, say something, it was a hotel room. They pulled up the carpet of the hotel, and it was a darn, I don't know, a circle or a seance circle, or it's the remnants of some spray paint. It was looking wild. It was a circle, and it was symbols, and I'm not into it. I'm love light, so I'm not familiar with those, whatever that was. But best believe, it was in a hotel. It was underneath the bed, so be very, very careful when you lay your head down at night, like for real. So this is a great product to have. Put it in a little water bottle, spray bottle, spray. You best believe when Ptah Shakur travels, I'm bringing my sage and Palo Santo spray. TSA know about me. They know I'm bringing it. So another thing you can use is frankincense. Frankincense is the holy incense of the Catholic Church, and one of the gifts mentioned in the Bible by the wise men that was given to baby Jesus. This resin is lauded for its high vibrational frequency and is often burned in rites of spiritual removal and blessings. In hoodoo, I know what hoodoo was. That was voodoo. So in hoodoo, it has the additional association to help empower all good works. So you got holy water, you got frankincense, sage, like I was saying, is beloved for its ability to clear any stagnant energies and refresh your environment. Get ready for the new year, y'all. What you talking about, Ptah? New year is 2024. We don't pay attention to that. New year. The new year starts with a new birth. It starts in spring, where the earth decides when the new year comes, not the calendar there. So anyway, salt. Epsom salt is a really, really good one. But I'll tell people my personal story. And check me out, y'all. I'm rocking my little gift for my wife. She gave me my wonderful what is this called? Baby, if you're listening, go ahead and send me a message. I'm trying to think of what this is called. Ooh, somebody sent me a message. Not her. Somebody else. So anyways, Epsom salt. Really, really cool. We want to do some experiment. I'll tell you, I'm a scientist, y'all. Experiment for yourself. I'm giving this one away for free. You can go to a store. I'm not supporting any of them. And get some Epsom salt. Raw Epsom salt is fine. You don't need all those smells and things in it. And when you take the Epsom salt, put it in your hand. You'll realize when you look at it really closely, you'll see the crystalline structure of these particular crystals. Now, what you do is you take it and you pour a little bit in your corner. Just enough where you can see. Pour it into the corners of your home. We're talking about clearing your space, y'all. It's number 4 down here. I don't know if you can see. Putting that Epsom salt in your corner. Leave it there for 3 days and then go check up on it. If you go and check up on your Epsom salt in your corner and you see that it has now changed from this wonderful crystalline structure to now a baby powder, what am I talking about? I'm talking about transformed the actual crystal into a different texture where you can take it in like tout and you blow it like LeBron James do when he throw it up in the air, or wrestlers or whatever. It'll change into that. So the idea, the science behind it is that the crystals, like I said, absorbs any type of negative energy that you got, and it breaks it. What's it going to do with energy? Well, yeah, it's going to break down. So what you're going to do is take that out, vacuum it, flush it down the toilet, throw it away from your house. Get it. Don't just put it in the trash can. What you just do? You just move the energy, and now you just gathered it up. If you got 10, 12 different spots, suppose you got 4 rooms, you can get to the corner, and you got 4 times 4 rooms. That's 16 different pockets. You just throw it in your trash can the other night. I don't recommend you do that. Take that trash out. So that is a way that you can do. I do know individuals that suffer tremendously from allergies. Yes, allergies. What are those? Woo! That's a whole nother show I can go into. What are allergies? And how can you enhance your allergies with Epsom salt? How are allergies related to energy? I'm just going to put that on your mind. I ain't going to stay too much on that. But best believe I want to go in. Allergies. Well, I'm going to do a whole show about that and what allergies really are. And just real little teaser for those who are listening in. Allergies do have something to do with your previous parallel lives. It all has something to do with it. So if you're allergic to cats, think about it. If you're allergic to gasoline, if you're allergic to grass, let me tell you this one for free. If you can breathe in the smell of cut grass, you know that smell, and it causes you to have an allergic reaction and sneeze. What does that mean? I'm going to break it down real simply. When you take grass is alive. Plants are alive. So when that blade comes to chop the grass is in pain. And when it's in pain, it releases a certain pheromone. And that pheromone is commonly what we smell when we have the smell of cut grass. So if you smell that and it just causes your system to go into a traumatic chaos state, that has tremendously to do with your past life and your relationship with plant life and the earth as a whole. As we all know, we came from this particular earth. And some souls are immediately connected to this earth, and some, like I said, with star beings. This may be like your first or second time incarnating in this quadrant of space. You're some old souls. Y'all from where? From the original player from the Himalayas. Some of y'all not from around here. I know I'm not from around here. So like I said, this is Ptah Shakur, channel speaker, motivational speaker, transformational life coach, here bringing some of this information. We're about to close it up in a little bit, but I'll make sure that everybody that is listening on, if you want to present any question for your Ptah mailbag, go to Ptah Shakur at Gmail. Just send me a message. I got a lot of people that pop up in the streets and they'll say, send me a message. Let's do it professional, all right? And very, very shortly, the way this show is going to be designed, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to show you that there's other individuals that are out expressing this love, light, divine knowledge in this dastardly dark time that we're living in. And so I'm going to introduce y'all to some of my super friends. So just closing out, Ptah Shakur, This is you go to YouTube, go to Facebook, see the marvelous content. Shout out to all the individuals that's out there promoting, and they just pumping this positive love-like information as far as this switch to the 4 from 5D, how to do the dark night of the soul, and try to understand that your interactions with people that are around you is really teaching you about yourself. So that information is enlivened us. And I just want to kind of really quick mention this about Dr. Stephen Greer. Dr. Stephen Greer, who's been at the forefront of what they call disclosure, as far as sharing about different type of anti-gravitic inventions, technology that can really enhance you and our world. But we don't have to spend exorbitant amounts of money on these prescription pharmaceutical things. Yes, there are more healthy ways. Check out Dr. Sabi, y'all. And let me feel before I even call up on you talking about Dr. Sabi. You also talking about getting some of that delicious sea moss, orange, turmeric, ginger. I'm gonna hold it there for a couple seconds. Elderberry. Make sure you do your very due diligence and be part of this shift, y'all. Make sure you're filling your body up with nutrients that is really, really much needed. This is what this program is about. This is what I'm here for. I foresee myself as a bridge or a guide for anybody who wants to learn about crystal jewelry, some of the crystal and which hands to put it on and why. Learn about the autonomy of your body, about how you can access certain levels of consciousness just through breathing. Through Dr. Joe Dispenza, when you take that 448, hold your stomach muscle. And what that does is it creates pressure that pushes these rhombohedron crystals, and it affects your spinal fluid. Your spinal fluid, you are tremendous in your design. I want to spend the last couple minutes just talking about you. Not about the bad actors. Not about what's going on. Just you that can hear the sound of my voice. Your body is made in such a magnificent, miraculous way. You have powers. That's what scares us, really. It's not the inadequacies or failures or shortcomings. It's about the ability that we tap into. Every now and then we get a little small idea of what we're capable of. That's how you find your joy. Now, one thing that I share with even some of the youth that can hear my sound of voice, I gotta tell y'all, you know what about them baby boomers? Baby boomers already know about this one because they was dealing with the Great Depression. They was dealing with the fall of the collapse of the economy. They didn't have anybody sit around and ask them how they feeling today. And they just be lost in their thoughts so far. They was dealing with some real time. So they was dealing with some real type of things that needed to get done. And so with some of the youth that I've experienced, is that whenever they go into motion, like I said, you're supposed to be going into motion doing some of that feeling. Whenever they experience a little bit of pain, they back up. I don't like that. They walk away. I'm going this way. I promise you, stay there. Address that issue. Address that pain. There is something on the other side of that pain, and I call it glory. And I'm not talking about the glory of the Lord. I'm talking about the glory that exists inside of your chest. The glory of realizing that there is no limits to where you can go, and that we've been dropped into this indoctrination that has been sharing with the illusion of limits. There is no limits. We're in a particular room, it has a couple doors and a couple tables. There's a couple doors and windows. There's multiple ways that you can get out of a particular place. And in this rat race, we've been told where to go and where we go from. That time is over. So I'm asking everybody to understand that you are a divine being and you are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of everything that you prayed for. And when you do pray, make sure you pray in such a manner where you demand what it is that you want. Because everything that exists out there, you can see it. If you can see it in your mind, you can definitely see it in your hands. So before closing out, make sure to check out this program. It's every single Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. Content for days. I'm going slow-mo for y'all. We're about to turn it up in a little bit. We're going to go real deep into some real hard science, laws and principles of creation and such. So I asked everybody before close, I'm trying to time this perfectly. Find that divine happiness inside. Find your peace of mind. Whether we go out take a walk, get outside of your house, cleanse your house. If your house with crazy people, cleanse it. And then you'll see their behavior kind of change a little bit. So find your heaven on earth. I promise you'll get in contact with the God divine within. When you get in contact with the God divine within, I'm asking everybody to spread a little bit of that out to those who are your fellow human beings. So that's Ptah Shakur. Until next time, love and light to you all.